Hi guys, good morning. Today is September 28th. It is Monday morning. As you can see, I am not here with you guys today live in class, but I went ahead and recorded our lesson video for today. Miss Acosta will be with you guys today and she'll be helping you out throughout the day, like I told you on Friday. You're going to stay with this meeting throughout the morning. You'll leave after math, and then you will come back at this meeting for your SEL time at 2:45. So we're going to go ahead and get started today like we normally do every morning and go ahead and do our check-in. All right, guys, so here it is, our morning check-in like we normally do every morning. Go ahead and go into our chat box and let's go ahead and type out our color zone and our mood that we're feeling today. So for example, I did mine up here. Like I told you guys, my mom is going to the doctor's today and I have to take her and go and take care of her today. So I'm feeling a little blue. I'm a little nervous today because it's always scary going to the doctor, correct? All right, guys. Also, while you guys are doing that, you can raise your hand and you can share something fun that you did this weekend with Miss Acosta. And you may not know her, you may have seen her in the halls last year, or she had come into your class, but you might want to introduce yourself to her, say hello, and maybe y'all can share some things with her that you did over the weekend. Okay. Just a quick reminder to everyone. I want you guys to be on your very best behavior today. I want you participating in class just like you would if I were there, answering questions and working hard in your seesaw assignments. Okay? Ms. Acosta, you can go ahead and pause the video right now. Go into the chat, read out some of the students' moods and their feelings. And then if there's some people that want to share and they have their hand up, if you want to call on them and discuss their weekends. All right, guys, I hope you had a good time introducing yourselves and learning maybe a little bit about Miss Acosta. Maybe she introduced herself to you. So thank you guys for doing that. I hope you had a really great weekend, and I am excited to be able to get back tomorrow and see you guys in the morning. Okay, and hello to everyone that is here in class with us, our 3 new students that are in class and ready to learn today. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go on. We're going to start with our phonics activities, guys. So let's go ahead and move on. So Ms. Acosta, if you want to go ahead and pause the video right now and have the students go and grab their reading journals and a pencil so they can get ready to take some notes for the spelling patterns. All right, boys and girls, so I hope everyone has their notebook out, their pencil out, so they are ready to go to start taking these notes. So we are going to be working on some 3-letter blends this week. We have 5 different spelling patterns that we're going to go over, and I'm just going to list them out for you right now, and then we're going to take some notes on them and sort some words into these different spelling patterns, okay? So the first one that we have is the spelling pattern spl. Spl. Everyone say this 3-letter blend with me. Spl. Our next one is scr. Everyone say this one with me. Scr. Scr. All right, our third one is spr. Spr. Everyone say spr. All right, the fourth one, stra. Stra. Everyone say stra. Very good. And the last one, our last 3-letter blend is squa. 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 Kind of like a W sound on that last one. Okay, guys, so these are the 5 spelling patterns that we're going to focus on. We're going to go ahead and make a chart in just a second. You'll see on the next page what you guys are going to start writing down and the words that you're going to sort into them. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next slide. All right, guys, so go ahead right now and on your page, you're going to make a chart like this. So make a line across and you're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, and you're going to put those spelling blends, those 3-letter blends that we just reviewed in the top. And then we're going to be sorting some words in here. So maybe if you need some room, you might want to turn your journal sideways so you can write them across and write the words underneath them. There's not going to be a lot, so don't worry. If you can write it normal ways, that's fine. So Ms. Acosta, if you want to go ahead and pause the video right here and just make sure that everyone gets down these spelling patterns before we go on and we start sorting the words. All right, guys, so hopefully you have your spelling patterns there at the top of your page. So we're going to look at these list of words and we're going to start sorting them into where you think they should go. So after I say the word, Ms. Acosta, if you would mind pausing the video and maybe calling on a student and having them identify which 3-letter blend they see in each one of the words. All right, so here are the word bank. All right, so here are the words that we have. We have splat, scroll, stream, split, sprout, squint, strike, scrub, and squash. Okay, so let's do this first one together. And then the next one, I'm going to have Ms. Acosta call on someone to see which pattern that this one goes in. So the word splat, splat. I hear my SPL blend in splat. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write it under my SPL column. So splat goes right here. All right, let's look at the next one. Scroll. Scroll. Say that with me. Scroll. All right, Ms. Acosta, go ahead and pause the video and call on someone. What 3-letter blend does the student see in this word? All right, very good. It should be in the SCR column because we see SCROLL, scroll. The next one is stream. Stream. Which column does this one go into? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Ms. Acosta, go ahead and pause the video and you can call on someone. Yeah, so it should go in our 4th column in the STR, the STR column. Stream. Stream. Okay, right? That EA is the long E pattern, right? E. That's one that we've reviewed before, guys. All right, the next one. Let's go ahead and call on someone to do split. Which column does split go into? Yes, split goes into our SPL also. So just like splat, splat, split. They kind of rhyme together. All right, we're going to go ahead and look at the next one. Sprout, sprout. Which column does this one belong in? 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th? Very good. It belongs in the SPR column because I see that spelling pattern right there in the beginning of the word sprout. All right, guys, I think you are doing a pretty good job. So let's go ahead and sort these into the rest of the columns, and we'll give you a minute to copy them down. So squint, squa, that is our SQU. So it would go in the 5th column. Strike, strike, would go right underneath stream in the 4th column. Scrub, scrub, is that same SCR pattern. It would go underneath scroll in the 2nd column. And then we have squash, squash. squash. So that would go in our squa column, SQU, right here. We have a missing one. So we don't have a second word for our SPR column. So I want you to think about it. What's another word we could add to the SPR column? Go ahead and pause the video. Everyone, for a second, I want you to think about it, and maybe you can type into the chat. Is there a word that you can think of that starts with SPR? Spra. All right, so once you guys have got that word, go ahead and add one of those SPR words to this chart in your notes. Awesome job, guys. Thank you for participating in this activity, and I hope that Ms. Acosta had an easy time working with you guys, and there was lots of people raising their hands. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Okay, guys, so we are going to have our social studies activity. So like on Mondays, we usually have a social studies activity to do during the ELAR time. And so we're going to go ahead and watch the video together, okay, over what we should be seeing for social studies. And then I'm going to show you what your activity looks like in Seesaw, and then where you should be going to complete that activity, along with the read aloud that is also on your task card. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this video for us. I need you guys to be paying attention. And then after, you guys can discuss what this video was about. What did you learn? What were some interesting things? So make sure that you are listening, you are paying attention to the video, and you're taking some notes in your journal. So you can go on the back side of where you just did your phonics, or maybe underneath, and you can title it Social Studies Notes. That's Social Studies right there. Okay, I'm going to move myself off to the side so you can see the whole video. But you can go ahead and write up here where it says social studies. You can put social studies underneath your phonics. And then we're going to go ahead and play this video and watch our social studies video for the day. Okay? Here we go.
Hi, boys and girls. We're back again for our social studies lesson today, and it's called The Founding of a Nation, boys and girls. We're going to identify the purposes of the Declaration of Independence and the United States Constitution, including the Bill of Rights. Okay, boys and girls, look at this picture here. There's these friends hanging out. Looks like they're having fun. Kind of looks like they're in the box. Their flag says Kidtopia, and I think they made their own little country there. So I want you to be thinking about that, boys and girls. If you had your own country, would you have rules, or would you just let people do whatever they wanted to do? Well, let's take a look at a video, boys and girls, so you understand why our nation has laws and why we abide by them. Okay, boys and girls, let's take a look.
The United States Constitution was a set of rules and ideals that the Constitutional Convention put together. It stated how the government was to be organized and run. The Constitutional Convention included representatives from each colony, and they met at Independence Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Some familiar names of representatives you might recognize are George Washington and Ben Franklin. Each colony's representatives had to agree or ratify the new Constitution in order for it to go into effect. It took 4 months for the representatives to agree on a final version of the Constitution. The first colony to ratify the Constitution was Delaware on December 7, 1787. By June 21, 1788, 9 states had ratified the Constitution, and it went into effect. Not all representatives liked the Constitution. Some were put off by the phrase, "We the people." They didn't like that this document could take away each state's identity. After the Constitution took effect, the Bill of Rights was formed, and this made people more comfortable. The Bill of Rights was a series of amendments to the Constitution that further explained rights of people and the operations of government.
right, boys and girls, so let's move on. Let's look at this paragraph, and I want you to pay attention to all these paragraphs, boys and girls, because you will answer some questions at the end of our lesson in Seesaw. And remember, you can always come back to the video if you need to. Okay, so let's get started. If you were going to start your own country, how would you do it? Would you decide that one person should make decisions for everyone? Sometimes that's called a dictatorship. Or would you like to have a country like the United States, where the people vote for their leaders and everyone follows rules called laws? When you found or start a country, you need rules or laws. The rules and laws are the foundation of the country. A foundation is something very strong to build on. The foundation of a house is often made of iron, steel, and concrete. People build walls of brick, wood, or plaster on top of the foundation to keep them safe. Without that foundation, a house would not last very long. All right, boys and girls, so I have a picture here of a house. And usually a house will protect us from rain, from bad weather. We have to make sure it's very strong and it's very sturdy. Gives us a warm place to sleep at night. Right, boys and girls? Protects us from the sun when it's really, really hot. It's the same thing with laws, boys and girls. It's the same thing with laws, with rules that we follow. If we didn't have that in our country, boys and girls, if we didn't have that in our school, and we just let everyone do whatever they wanted to do, that wouldn't be too safe, boys and girls. So our founding fathers created the Constitution, which was rules and laws that citizens had to abide by, boys and girls. Okay, we still abide by those rules and laws today. So I want you to keep that in mind. Let's move on. All right, boys and girls, so just like I was talking about, the United States has a foundation just like the house. But our foundation is made up of words instead of concrete and metal. It's called the Constitution. A constitution is not just a set of laws or rules. That would be good, but not very powerful. The thing that makes a constitution powerful is that every member of the country agrees to live by it. Writing a constitution can be a long and difficult process because people don't always agree. Sometimes citizens have to compromise. To compromise means that everyone gets some of the things they want, but most people don't get everything they want. Okay, boys and girls, let's continue. All right, boys and girls, let's get into the last part of our lesson today. The Constitution of the United States was written over a long period of time at an event called a convention. A convention is a series of meetings, boys and girls. This is where they all met to talk about those laws and rules, okay? The Constitutional Convention was held in Philadelphia from May through September of 1787. 55 representatives from 12 of the new 13 states were there. Even the man who would later be our first president, George Washington. When they were finished, they had written most of the laws that we still follow in our country today. The delegates, representatives, boys and girls, signed the document and laid the foundation for our great nation. More than 200 years later, there are not just 13 states, there are 50. Before they could join the Union of States, the people of those states had to agree to live by the laws of our Constitution. This is what makes our foundation strong. Okay, boys and girls, so Texas is a part of those 50 states. We did sign the Constitution, and we do live by the laws of our Constitution and the rules. All right, boys and girls? So you have some questions to answer in Seesaw, and I'll see you next time. Bye, boys and girls.
All right, guys, so that was our social studies video for today. Go ahead, Miss Acosta, if you could pause this video right now and just ask the student what's something that they learned? What's something that you guys found interesting in this video? Is there something that you maybe heard before? Okay, Let's go ahead and have a little bit of a discussion, and then we're going to go ahead and go over the activity. All right, boys and girls, I hope you guys had a good discussion about what we just watched. If you're still a little confused or maybe you weren't paying full attention to the video, you can always go back in the Seesaw assignment and re-watch this video, okay? I'm going to show you what it looks like and where it's going to be in your Seesaw. All right, social studies. Where is it in Seesaw? Right here. This is what it's going to look like. It's going to have today's date on it, say social studies, and it has a white screen with some questions in it. Okay. Whenever you press add response, your activity will look like this. So it has, as you can see, there's 5 slides right here of questions that you're going to answer. You'll just use your drawing tool to circle which one is the correct answer to each question. So like this one, for example, says, why did people have to compromise to make the United States Constitution? So she talked to you guys about what compromise means, okay? So then you're going to read through the answer choices and see which one is best, and then you'll circle your answer. You'll do that for slide 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on slide number 6, if you click right here in the student template, it has the video for you guys to go back and watch again if you are confused or you're not sure how to answer one of those questions. All right, guys, so your other activity that you need to do for today, just like we have every week, is the read aloud story, okay? In your Seesaw, underneath your assignments, you're also going to have the task card in there as an activity. Remember, we're not adding a response to this task card. It is just for us to find our videos. So your task card will say September 28th through October the 2nd. You'll click on this green square over here, okay, and then it'll bring up the page that looks like this. You're going to make sure you click on this link right here, and it's going to take you to a YouTube video. And this is our YouTube video. So the story this week is the U.S. Constitution. So we're going to be reading a little bit about history. It's an 8-minute video, so this is what you guys are going to watch next. So let me go ahead and move on to the next slide to show you guys what to do now. Okay, so what are you going to do right now? You're going to go ahead and mute your mic and turn off your camera in just a second. Okay, you're going to go watch the read aloud video from the task card. So I want everyone to make sure they read it today so that tomorrow when we start our activity about this story, we all know what the story is and we're all familiar with it. Okay, I don't want what happened last week, right? When we were supposed to read the Upside Down Boy, and then a lot of you didn't read it, so we had to go back in the small group and reread the story together. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and watch the read aloud. After that, you're going to go, if there's still time, and read an independent reading book on Epic or a personal book of your choice, okay? If you're at home and you have a personal book, or if you brought your personal book here to school with you. Remember, if you have a book here in class, that book is only to be in your hands and your possession, and it needs to go back into your backpack. It does not stay here at school. All right? Miss Acosta will come back on the channel. She will announce to you guys when it is 9:30, and that's when your break will start. Here in class, we'll go for our restroom and our mask break. Sorry about that. And then y'all at home will go ahead and take your restroom break. If you need to get water, you need to get a little bit of a snack. That's what you're doing from 9:30. And then at 9:45, you guys need to just stay on this meeting, and you'll just come back, turn on your camera, and turn on your, just turn on your camera. Sorry, don't turn on your mic. All right, just turn on your camera and show Miss Acosta that you are here and you are logged in, ready to go. Okay? Remember, do not log out of this meeting. You're just going to stay on. Just have your camera off while you're working, okay? But you want to keep your sound on. So after you read the read aloud video or you're done with your book, you hear that at 9:30 you're going to go take your break, and then you hear at 9:45 that we're back and ready for math. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, ask Ms. Acosta. She can try and help you out as much as she can. And then if you're still lost or confused on anything, just let me know, and I will help you tomorrow when I'm back in class. All right, guys, have a good morning. And please, please, please make sure you're doing that read aloud story right now. All right, I'll see you guys back for math. Bye-bye.